Pookie.
1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you.
Thank you for tuning into another video here on the Ayani Winter channel. I noticed recently that I never introduced myself, right? So I was like, how are people watching me, watching my YouTube, my shorts, my full-length videos, and I never introduced myself. So today, guess what we're gonna do? Introduce myself. I know it's a little cliche, that's okay, but I have all of my little questions here and any facts about me and all you need to know about me in my lucky trusty journal. So we're just gonna sit back, relax, and chit chat together, girl. This is just like a little FaceTime together. So here we go. First things first, I'm Ayani Winter. If you're here, you already knew that, okay? How old am I? Well, I am 26 years old. My birthday is October 5th, 1999, so I am a Libra. No, I don't really believe in zodiac signs, okay? Because I act nothing like they say a Libra is supposed to act. Where am I from, baby? I'm from Dallas, Texas, okay? Grew up in the suburbs of Dallas, Texas, Dallas County, and then I moved to Tarrant County, graduated in Tarrant County, okay? Where do I live now? I live in Houston. But since living in Houston, I've recently learned that a lot of Houstonians don't play about Houston, and people who say they're from Houston and they're not really from Houston. So I will say I live in Northeast Harris County. I don't live in the city, so let's say that part. What's my favorite color? I never wear it, but my favorite color is purple, and not just any purple, it's lilac, that soft lavenderish purple. That's my favorite. And if we're being honest, I have 3 favorite colors. Number 1, lilac. Number 2 is like a periwinkle blue. I know, bougie. And then 3 is like a blush baby-ish pink. Okay, those are my favorite colors. How tall am I? When I make my videos on TikTok and I'm full body, or you see me on, what is that called? Shorts, YouTube shorts here on YouTube. People think I'm tall because I have, let me stand up and show you. Ignore the gut, okay? I have a very long torso, but my legs are short. Like my legs are really, stop. my legs are really short, so I'm only 5'4". Yeah, I'm short, okay? What do I do for a living? Baby, if you've been here a little bit, you know I am unemployed. Yes, still unemployed, pursuing and actively looking for a job, right? But let's break down like why I'm still unemployed and have been for so long, okay? Let's get un poquitito understanding here with each other, okay? So first things first, I wanted to be a doctor. I went to school to be a doctor. I took biology, so my degree is in biology. Halfway through this biology degree, I learned that you can't do anything with a biology degree other than become a doctor. So I was like, hey, I don't really think I want to be a doctor anymore. But my parents was like, oh no, follow through. So what did I do? I followed through. I took my MCAT and I did my shadowing and internships, and I got a score on my MCAT that was very unsatisfactory for me and was not going to get me into a school that I wanted to get into. So I would have had to take it again. Mind you, I didn't even study. I just went in and took the test because I was depressed. I was working at a grocery store for $11 and for damn near 40 hours a week. And I was like, I'm too tired to study for this test. I'll study a little bit. I'm going in and I'm taking it. So I didn't get a good score and I didn't want to retake it. My mama was like, girl, you know, retake it. Like, you have to retake the MCAT. Like, go for it. And I got a fee waiver for the MCAT, so I only paid like half price. So the MCAT is $300. I paid $150, and I got like a free like online portal to help me study, but I didn't use any of it because by that point I decided that I didn't really want to be a doctor anymore. So what I got going on now, okay, that's what everybody want to know. So I am currently pursuing a career in acting, and we've talked about this before, but acting, modeling, and content creation. More so the acting and modeling. When I say modeling, I know I don't have the model body, okay? We just said I'm 5'4", okay? I'm 5'4", 170 pounds, okay? We're not talking about the runway model. I'm no Nokia. I know that. I understand. There's no Bella Hadid here, but commercial modeling. Now, those are the models that you see in JCPenney's, Dillard's, like on the billboards and when you walk through the mall and commercials. And I'm also an actress, so duh, like you're gonna see me in commercials. So that's what I want to pursue along with content creation. Right. And we're working towards getting there. But in the meantime, I'm still unemployed, pursuing part-time employment. Okay. Next fact about me. Do I have any pets? Why, yes, I do. I have a Maltipoo. Her name is Zoe Zenobia. And some people are like, why did you give your dog, a lot of people are like, why did you give your dog a real person name instead of like Cookie or Sugar? Let me tell you why. My name is Ayani, okay? That's what my name is. But I was actually supposed to be named Zoe. My name was supposed to be Zoe Ayani, okay? But what had happened was the person that gave me my other X chromosome, he was like, I don't like that. That's a white girl name. So when I finally got her, I decided to name her after me, or what my name was supposed to be. So Zoe. And Zenobia comes from this girl that I knew in elementary school. Her name was Zenovia, and I really liked her name. I always liked her name. And Zenobia is the actual correct spelling of the name. So that's why Zoe Zenobia Winter. That was like fact number 6. Fact number 7 here that we have written down. Do I have a hobby? Yes, I have several hobbies. And they always say you need a hobby to keep yourself entertained aside from being on your phone all the time. So I like to read. The book I am reading right now, I don't have it with me. It's called Poverty by America. And it is basically a book about how, it's nonfiction obviously, but it's a book about how the United States and United States government and economy continues to perpetuate poverty amongst its citizens to keep the capitalism train flowing. And it's more so a commentary book on American poverty, but it cites all the sources from where the sociologist gets all his information from. So it's a really good read. It's taken me a long time to read it because I doom scroll on TikTok instead of doing what I'm supposed to do and read my book. Okay. My second hobby is embroidering. Okay. And I'm looking down at my journal. I recently discovered it one day. I could not sleep, bad insomnia, was scrolling through Temu, found out that I could order like $40 worth of embroidery material and go ahead and get started instead of buying like a kit for the same amount off like TikTok shop. So I was like, bet. So instead of buying off TikTok shop and Amazon, I bought $40 worth of embroidery material, and now I'm embroidering. Like, embroidering is so fun, it's so peaceful, but sometimes it's stressful when you mess up a stitch. But other than that, I love it. I've been embroidering like a pair of my mama's jeans for a long time. It's taking me a little too long, so I need to hurry up, but love embroidering. And lastly, this is the most chill hobby I have because baby, I'm boring. I don't get outside the house. I don't do much, okay? But I love listening to music. I love discovering different types of music. Most recently, I've been listening to classical music. Mwah, love it. And just this past 2 weeks ago, this past month, I went and saw Porgy and Bess. Like, it's like one of the first Black American musicals. I saw Porgy and Bess for the first time, my very first opera. Mwah, 10 tenths. I love discovering new music, new artists, new genres. Favorite opera. And I'm really biased because it's my first opera I ever seen, but that's the one I like. Okay, so since I said I like listening to music as a hobby, naturally, fact number 9, my favorite artist is Beyonce. Okay, I actually went to the Renaissance tour here in Houston in 2023. Insert photo here. That was my first adult concert. Okay, my first concert in general here. I went to the Jennifer Hudson concert when she came to Dallas and she toured with Robin Thicke, and that was my very first concert as a kid, and I enjoyed it. But Renaissance was my very first adult concert. Now, them tickets was not cheap. When I tell you I was working at the grocery store, making $11.20 an hour during there working 40 hours a week, I was putting money back because I didn't have to pay rent or nothing like that at the time. So I was putting money back, okay, getting ready for Beyonce. And when she came, I had the money on, okay? We was in section 104, so we was pretty close. We were like not even a full riser, like 4 rows away from the floor. So I couldn't afford floor seats, mind you. By the way, I had the opportunity, listen here, I had the opportunity to go to the Miss Carter World Tour. It was a missed opportunity, and let me tell you what happened. That whole summer, I was asking my people, begging, because when I tell you the Beyonce self-titled album, chef's kiss, girl, she was a little freaky on that album. When that album came out, I was like 13, 14. She was doing a bit much. But anyways, I was begging my parents, begging to let me go to that concert, and they were like, you know, the tickets, they not within our price range. You know, we a working class, middle class family, black family. You know, the Huxtables, we doing all right for ourselves, but we ain't all that in a pack of crackers. You know, this more so family matters. And so I was like, okay, like, it's cool. Turns out my brother's girlfriend at the time, her sister called in to K104 and won like 4 Beyonce tickets, okay? 4 Beyonce tickets. I didn't know this at the time. I found out after the fact. Won 4 Beyonce tickets. My brother's girlfriend went, her sister went, her daughter went, and they let the 4th ticket go to waste. They let a free floor seat Beyonce Miss Carter 2013 tour, world tour in Dallas ticket go to waste, and didn't ask me if I wanted to go because they quote said they didn't know if I like Beyonce. When I tell you, when I found that out, I was so pissed off. Like, I am a teenage black girl. Of course I love Beyonce. So I missed out. So I had it like set to go see Beyonce at least once in my lifetime. And that was the time that I went. All right, so now we're going to get into the personal, like where we here with it, okay? The FaceTime type stuff, okay? So what are my goals? So my immediate goals, let's read them off here. So my immediate goals are to start acting and getting cast in film as well as theater, which is kind of hard because it's not that big of a market in Texas. And even so, the little bit of the market that's here is in Austin, and that's 3 hours away from me, okay? Also, I want to grow my YouTube and TikTok channel. I have 100,000 followers on TikTok, but the problem with that is followers don't equal community. People will follow me or follow you from seeing just one plain regular funny or cutesy video, and they'll never interact with your stuff again. I like where I get to go back and forth with people in my comments. You know, they make little jokey jokes or they ask how I'm doing and stuff like that. But it's harder to build a community on TikTok, in my opinion, than it is on YouTube, because the subscribers come in slowly. Like, y'all come in slowly, but once y'all here, for the most part, y'all staying, you know, like. And I have people that comment and say like, oh, I hope you continue to do well on your acting journey and your modeling journey. And that's the community that I love here on YouTube, and I loved on TikTok before I gained a lot of followers from my couple little viral posts, okay? And then my last 2 immediate goals are to move out naturally. I am recording this in my cutesy little corner in my bedroom in my mother's home. I moved with her. When she moved from Dallas to Houston, I came along because I had just finished school and I didn't have no money and I didn't have a job yet. And well, I did have a job working for $11 and studying for the MCAT, right? And I was also taking a chemistry class at the time to brush up on my chemistry for the MCAT. But other than that, I didn't have too much going on. So I'm here with my mama in Houston. And so those are my immediate goals. Now we're about to get a little serious. What are my long-term goals for my life? Number 1 is to cure my self-doubt. I have a whole lot of self-doubt that I believe stem from childhood, because I was very like shy and insecure child and young lady. Mainly because I've always been shy, and then I was like a little pudgy kid. So I think that developed like a lot of insecurity and self-doubt because I was always really shy. I used to love singing and dancing, but I was always too scared and too shy to actually sing and dance in public. So I really want to cure that self-doubt. And when I tell myself I can do something or I want to do something, that means I can do it. Like, there's no back and forth with myself. I want to be able to do it. So cure my self-doubt, that's number 1 on my like long-term goal list. Number 2, I want financial stability. Right now, like I said, I'm unemployed, I'm broke, I'm staying at home, which a lot of 20-somethings are right now, so we ain't knocking nobody here. So with that financial stability, we tack on home ownership. I would like to own my own home one day. I would like to build my own home, and I would, well, not build my own home, but build a home with a partner, hopefully, and to have land, okay? And with that, I want to also be a business owner. Like, yes, I would like to make money from content creation, acting, and modeling, but I would also like to have other streams of income. I would like to own a bakery, maybe like a corporate franchise to have steady money coming in, but I would like to be a business owner one day. I would like to establish my career and become, established, like make a name for myself in my career, and more so make a name for myself in acting. I would like to be, and this is big shoes to fill, but I don't want to be self-doubting, but along the lines of Viola Davis, Angela Bassett, I would like to eventually start directing and script writing at some point. So big shoes to fill, but I can't be insecure about it. I gotta go for it and speak it into existence. So that's that. I would also like to have a nonprofit because I want to help people, and by financial stability, I gotta be wealthy because I want a nonprofit that actually helps people and not steal money from people and embezzle money. Okay, I want to be the real deal. And lastly, I want to travel the world naturally, like that's not too bad. Like, I feel like that's reasonable. And lastly, what's my biggest fear? Now, the superficial answer of my biggest fear would be drowning and or asphyxiation. The thought of having my airway cut off, or like drowning and not being able to breathe in any way. Okay, we not doing it. That's my biggest fear. I don't want to drown. I don't want to be asphyxiated. If I have to not be here of natural causes and I don't leave this life naturally, I would like one bullet to the dome, please. And I know that's very morbid, but I don't want my airway cut off. So sorry. And then the deeper, more intuitive, fear is failure and not succeeding. I don't want to be stagnant and unfulfilled in life. And I feel like there are so many people older than us, like the older millennials and Gen Xers, that are stagnant and unsatisfied with their life and just going through the motions of life until they're no longer here. That is not me. I want to be fulfilled. I want to fill this life with all the experience, all the success before I leave here. You know that Beyonce song, I was here. I want to make my mark on the earth. I want to leave my footprints in the sands of time. Know that I did something and impacted somebody's life. And when I leave here, there shall be no regret that I made a difference and I was here. So that is my ultimate goal in life, is to make my mark, live, and not just be here to be here, and flourish. And so when I'm gone and I'm dead in the dirt, it will have been worth it. So those are my goals and the facts about Ayani, okay? And I don't know, was anybody expecting this of me? I don't know. I feel like people see me and they think I'm just one-dimensional, but nobody's one-dimensional. I'm talking a lot. But nobody's one-dimensional. Everybody has layers. We're in Shrek, we're Donkey. Onions have layers, okay? So I'm very layered. I got a lot going on for myself. Not really, because I'm at home. But I would like to have a lot going on for myself. So those are the facts about me. I'm so glad that you were here to chit chat with me together. I fully plan on making more videos on here, getting more acquainted with the YouTube platform, and growing a family here. I also have an ASMR page that I just started. If you don't like ASMR, don't check it out, Pookie. Don't go look at it. Don't go look at it. But if you like ASMR, you can also check it out over there. We can grow a family across both pages as well as multiple platforms like here in TikTok. But without further ado, I just want to say lastly, thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning to another video here on the Ayani Winter channel. And I hope to see you guys back here next time. Bye.